Whoa. So we have a story for you today that sounds like it's ripped straight out of a sci-fi thriller, but it's happening right now in the real world. We're talking about the CEO of OpenAI, a billion-dollar legal battle, and a wild accusation of murder. This is going to be a crazy one.
But before we get into the madness, do me a quick favor, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss any more of these deep dives. All right, let's go. Okay, just picture this for a second. You're Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI, one of the most powerful people in tech. You sit down for an interview with Tucker Carlson, and he looks you right in the eye and drops this bombshell, an on-camera accusation of murder. Just wow. So, to even begin to understand this, you have to know who's at the center of it all. So, let's talk about Suchir Balaji. Here's the timeline. Balaji was a researcher at OpenAI for almost 4 years. Then, he left. Now here's the crucial part. He was scheduled to testify in a major lawsuit against OpenAI, but he never got the chance. Just 3 months after leaving the company, he was found dead. Now, officially, the story is pretty straightforward. The police report comes out, says it looks like a suicide. No signs of foul play. The medical examiner takes a look and confirms it. So, case closed, right? Ha! Not even close.
Because that's where the official report ends, and a really dark conspiracy theory starts to pick up steam.
This whole thing is being driven by Balaji's own mother, Poornima Ramarao. She is absolutely convinced her son did not take his own life. She believes he was murdered, and she thinks she knows why. His testimony was about to threaten a massive industry.
And when we say massive, we're not kidding around. The number being thrown out there is a jaw-dropping $100 billion. With a B. I mean, when that kind of money's on the line, things get complicated.
So what's this theory based on? Well, Balaji's mother and Tucker Carlson point to a bunch of stuff that just doesn't sit right. They're talking about alleged signs of a struggle, the fact that there was no suicide note, and that, apparently nobody saw this coming. But the biggest red flag for them? The timing. He dies right before he's set to testify against OpenAI. It's suspicious.
Okay, so you've got this explosive theory catching fire online. How on earth does Sam Altman, the guy right in the middle of it, even begin to defend himself?
Well, his first move is to discorrect the record, flat out. Carlson says Balaji wound up murdered, and Altman immediately fires back, stating very plainly he committed suicide. Then he makes it personal. He tries to get across the human side of it all, saying, "This was a friend of mine, I was really shaken by this tragedy." He's trying to frame it as a personal loss, not just some corporate issue.
And here's the thing. Altman says he didn't just blindly accept the official report. He says he actually spent time looking into it himself, reviewing everything he could, and he came to the exact same conclusion as the cops. It looks like a suicide to me. But you can practically feel his frustration through the screen. He eventually just says to Carlson, "Having to defend myself seems totally crazy, and you are a little bit accusing me." He sounds like he just cannot believe this is a conversation he's actually having. So, just when you think this whole situation can't possibly get any messier, another tech giant decides to jump into the ring and pour gasoline all over the fire.
You guessed it, Elon Musk. He sees the story blowing up, hops on X, and posts 2 simple, incredibly explosive words that sent the whole theory into hyperdrive. He was murdered.
Now look, this is not just some random comment. Musk and Altman have serious history. I mean, for one, Musk's AI is a direct rival to ChatGPT. But get this, Musk actually helped co-found OpenAI years ago, and now he's suing Altman, claiming he betrayed the company's original mission. So, is he genuinely concerned, or is this just him stirring the pot against his rival? So where does all this leave us? On one hand, you have the official story, a tragic suicide, confirmed by the police and the medical examiner. And on the other, you have this dark conspiracy of a corporate murder, pushed by a grieving mother and amplified by a billionaire rival.
So I gotta ask, what do you think is going on here? Is this a heartbreaking tragedy that's being exploited? Or is there something way more sinister happening behind the scenes? Drop your theory in the comments below. And for more explainers that cut right through the noise, make sure you're subscribed. We'll see you in the next one.